Now we go with Oğuz. Says, hello, my name is Oğuz. I'm a third-year student in the Department of Cartoon and Animation at University in Turkey. I've been... it's Turkey or Turkey? I've always made that mistake. I've been working on 3D and Blender for 2 years. I prepared a portfolio to apply for an internship at billion-dollar mobile game studio. For the last few months, I've looked at the portfolio. It's the biggest billion-dollar game in my home country, and I see that they're not very good. Could be that the quality bar is lower in my country. In other words, it's impossible to find better work with less effort than globally. Yeah, you'll be surprised, man. Like, there are studios where the amount of work that you need is, or the amount of quality that you need is a lot slower. We've seen your portfolio before, though. We have seen your portfolio before. Why? Because I remember this cafe right here, and I think I remember this rigged object. So, since we've seen your portfolio before, I'm gonna be a little bit more critical of your stuff, okay, my friend? And I'm sure I mentioned this before. I'm sure I did. And one of the things that I need you to do, and I'm gonna give you this homework, okay? This is very important, my friend. Very, very important. You need to add more light, okay? There's nowhere in the world where you're gonna have this sort of like structure in the middle of the sea and you're not gonna have a big sun giving us very like intense light definition, okay? We need to see this with more light. Way, way, way more light. Same with this one. This little Venice, it looks like a and this is why like studying light is so important, guys. An overcast day, right now here in Saltillo we have this overcast day, will give you very soft shadows. There's gonna be barely any shadows on the ground, barely any highlights. It's gonna be sort of like very neutral, very like simple. But a sunny day, right, if we have a sunny day, we are gonna have really, really intense shadows, right? It's gonna be the very bright sun, and there's gonna be a lot of shadows, long shadows on the road, like things like this, right? Really intense highlights, really intense shadows. Right now, in this one, since I only see one cloud, to me, this says, hey, this is a sunny day. So I want to see the direction of the sun. I want to see the lights like projecting or the shadows projecting from somewhere in the scene so that we can actually see it. I know you're going for a cartoon. I know you're going for stylized. But even here, we can definitely play with a little bit more light to generate something that looks more interesting, okay? Because otherwise, it's going to be, again, difficult. Same for this one. I want to see like the right direction, not just an overcast like illumination. And we see that pretty much everywhere. Now, I understand that you're doing this like cartoons or like simplify the toon style. That's fine, my friend. But if you want your portfolio to sort of like show potential employers that you can do other stuff, and I'm sure I've mentioned this before, you need to do something that's more complex. I know that this might not be what they're asking you to do in your country or in the specific companies that you're applying to, but if you can show that you can do something that's a little bit more complex, that gives them more range because they know they can give you something that's a little bit more complex on the day-to-day job and you're going to be able to tackle it. Unless you show me that in your portfolio, it's going to be impossible to know whether you're up to the challenge or not, okay? So be very careful about that and try to find something that's a little bit more complex. Even in this cartoon style, there are complex stuff. Okay. Let's go with tell me wow. Oh, we have 5 minutes, right? Sorry. Let's see. Bacaloca says, I have a question. It makes my brain itch. It's high to low poly workflows. Wouldn't be easier to do everything with subdiv modeling to avoid modeling the piece twice? There are some pieces where it might be easier to just do everything with subdiv, and then you bake like a subdiv version down to a low subdiv model. But not every piece. So it depends on the project. But yeah, if you have a piece that you're like, hey, I'm just gonna subdiv model it and then just like duplicate it or something to get the different versions, perfectly fine. Yeah, we're gonna have more giveaways, man. More giveaways. Let's see. How long do we got here? 4 minutes. 4 minutes. Okay, okay. KTT says, hi, your tutorials have been so helpful. Been following your chess tutorials for better practice in my digital sculpting class. No idea you did portfolio reviews. Once I'm actually good at this kind of thing, only a few classes, I'm looking toward a chance for critiques from you. The way you explain things just clicks for me. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome, Catty. You are totally welcome. Yeah, I do portfolio reviews. I also do mentorships. I actually, by the way, guys, if you are enrolled in Think Tank, I think the mentorships just opened for the June mentorships, and I think I have 2 more spots available there. So if you would like me to be your mentor, I'll be more than happy to help you out in your journey with a more in-depth approach. Let's go with Tomiwa. It says, "Hi Abel, my name is Tomiwa and I'm a 3D artist. I've been doing 3D for almost 5 years now. My first 3 years I was a 3D journalist, but for the last 2 years I focused on being a character artist." Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Nice. Okay. Yeah, we see several characters. There we go. Oh. Yeah. Oh, give me 1 second. There we go. Okay. Where's the Discord? There we go. We have it right here. Awesome. Oğuz, okay, let me go back real quick with you, because we're gonna have the giveaway in just like 2 minutes. It is detailed. Like, the amount of models that you have is detailed, but it's not complex. Everything are just boxes, they're just cylinders, they're just like small little extrusions, right? Like, I don't see anything that's complex enough. Maybe the most complex piece of this whole scene is the boat. Like, that will be the most complex piece, and it's not even that difficult to do. We do that in the Maya introduction course, where I do the little pirate island, right? So by complex, I mean something like this, right? So if you do like a car, but it's like a 3D cartoon car, like something like this is a little bit more complex, right? This is a little bit more complex. I think this is AI. I'm sorry, but this kind of stuff, it's a little bit more complex because it shows that you have a better or more advanced control over your elements. And you can do the same thing for anything. You can do this, for instance, for like a spaceship. There we go. So imagine doing this thing. Again, I know it's AI probably, but imagine doing this thing in 3D. That's interesting, and that's complex. Like, the amount of like things that you need to know about modeling to get that, it's complex. It's not something that you're gonna be able to do. It's not this thing, right? Because I know everyone can do this thing right here, but not everyone can do this or this one right here. So that's what I mean. I try doing this with something a little bit more advanced, okay? And we have the giveaway now. 1 minute. There we go. Let's see. What service you just talked about and said you have 2 space available? I'm a think tank mentor, so I'm part of the think tank like mentor program. If you're enrolled in think tank, if you're part of that school, at the final 2 terms you can pick a mentor and they help you out with one project. I'm part of that program, so you can pick me as your mentor, as your teacher, if you're enrolled there, and we go through a full project for like 4 months. So it's a very, very fun process. I've mentored 3 students already. I'm currently on the 3rd one, and I'm gonna have 1 more student in June, and I have 2 more spaces available there in case you guys want to enroll. There we go. So the first giveaway for today's giveaway, or the first winner for today's giveaway, a Marmoset Toolbag 5 1-year sub worth more than $2,000 is Icarus, congratulations, my friend. I hope you're here on Twitch or on YouTube. Icarus, you won the Marmoset Toolbag 5-year sub. I'm going to be contacting you later today, okay, with all of the instructions as well as your code, so that you can go to the official site and redeem your prize. And again, thank you very much to the Marmoset team for being so kind to give this for us to give away. So congratulations, Icarus. You won the first giveaway today. We're going to have more giveaways, guys, so stay tuned, because we're still not done there.